Well, you know, I took a good look at these and said, okay, numbers are numbers are numbers, but you have to scratch below the numbers to get a good feel for what's going on. So statistically, the lawyers here that you're seeing, the average loan is about $176,000. For engineering firms, it's $234,000. For CPA firms, it's about $186,000, and for architects, about $195,000. So lawyers tend to borrow less. The takeaways for the participant here, always understand that we have a broad spectrum here of a 10-year period. These numbers go from 2000 to 2010, and you've had one significant dip in there. So bear in mind that averages are averages, and perhaps the best thing there is for a little bit of just guidance, because you do have cycles in that 10-year period. Over my career, Bob, I have seen a ton of SBA Express loans, lines of credit made to the smaller law firms. Those lines of credit could be 25, 50, 100 grand. So if your average loan to a lawyer is 176, and the bulk of the loans going out to them, and again, folks, we're talking about SBA loans. In the banks, it may be different because you're generally dealing with a different level of, or different sophistication of borrower. You will rarely will a lawyer get a startup loan from a bank, however, if the SBA guarantees. So we understand that what SBA sees and what the bank does may be two different things. So here, we're starting to say that many of the loans that I've seen have been SBA Express lines of credit. And on the other end of the spectrum, you'll see the larger loans are going to be 504 real estate loans, where the firm has grown to the point, or revenues have gotten to the point where it's time to have that piece of real estate. So the takeaway from the numbers here, on average, it's not a huge number, $176,000 average. You do recognize it's a 10-year cycle, and of course, you're going to have different kinds of loans in the SBA mix. You're going to have those smaller lines of credit, and you're going to have 504 loans. Yes, there are some 7A loans, but I think compared to Express and 504, 7As to these white-collar industries are a little bit lower.